I think I have a small clue.
What?
I think we're gonna have some people, some very special individuals,
Yes.
come up here and devour these burgers.
Wait, you mean we're having a food eating contest?
On your mark. Get set. Eat.
Hello and welcome to the springtime edition of MAVS Insider. My name is Allie D and this is PARRISH.
Coming down the home stretch, things are getting crazy in the race for second place in the Western Conference.
A four-way tie leading into this week's games. Can the MAVS put some space between them and the other teams?
I don't know. Let's find out right now in the opening tip. We're here in arena with Eddie Sefko from the Dallas Morning News. Now, the playoffs are coming up now. Who are the teams that the Mavericks do not want to face?
Well, we all know that no team would ever finagle the standings and try to get in a place where maybe they avoid this team or that team. But just in case that could happen, I would at all costs avoid Utah, which looks like it's not going to be a problem. Utah's playing so well, they're probably going to finish ahead of the Mavs, possibly. So, but I'd also take a real wary eye at Phoenix. I think the Suns are playing terrific. Amari Stoudemire's renewed. When he didn't get traded, it turned out to be one of the best GM moves of the season for the Steve Kerr and the Suns. So those two teams bug me. I do think maybe if you see Oklahoma City, I think their inexperience is going to hurt them. So that wouldn't bother me as much.
Now, big thing in the playoffs is energy. The Mavericks' playoff energy, I mean, what is that looking like going down the stretch?
Well, not great, a little bit inconsistent. Here we are almost to game 80, and they're still talking about energy and intensity and that. So shouldn't that have been back in about game 25 or 30 or 50 somewhere? Shouldn't you have figured that out? But, you know, it is what it is. So they're going to have some problems there. They need to get some consistency one way or the other, and if they don't, it won't matter who they play because it'll be a short ride.
Well, hey, we're going to keep this ride going and show you what went on in the rest of the week.
A top 3 seed. So the Mavs are battling for a 2, 3, or a 4 seed right now.
Thanks, Dana. What a race, Allie.
Oh, hey, Ro, why are you wearing those sunglasses?
Oh, because the future is so bright, I got to wear shades.
Your future's so bright?
Well, not mine exactly, but the kids at the Park South YMCA, their futures are very bright. In fact, Emily Jones has some more.
The MAVS Foundation teamed up recently with Axo Nobel Paints, the Home Depot Foundation, and other sponsors to dedicate a new computer lab to the Park South branch of the YMCA, located in one of the poorest sections of Dallas.
Thanks, Emily. Hey, Ro, you were right. Their futures are so bright. Now I gotta wear shades.
Allie, you know what else is bright?
What?
The remainder of this show. In fact, Dana Larson, she's going to tell you all about it.
Thanks, guys. We've seen Deshaun Stevenson plant himself in the path of an oncoming player, but recently he was doing some planting of a different sort.
Deshaun, don't hurt yourself.
I won't.
We'll spend 24 seconds with Jason Kidd, and Allie welcomes Eve as a guest. Much more Mavs Insider with Allie and Ro next.
Hey, get out of here.
Mavs and
Time for your Whataburger play of the week came from Wednesday's game against the Grizzlies. Mark Followell with the call.
Driving, dumping, Ron Butler. That gets everyone up off their feet as Butler hammers in the dunk.
Thanks, Mark. That was your Whataburger play of the week. Now back to Allie and Ro.
Hey, Allie.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to branch out, turn over a new leaf.
Oh, why are you speaking in such strange metaphors, Ro?
Because, it's Green Week, and, I want to establish some new roots.
Well, speaking green isn't exactly going green. You should take a few hints from Deshaun Stevenson. He's actually been planting some trees.
Oh, he was? I would like to see that.
Well, luckily you can. Rick Renner has a scoop. Get it? Scoop.
Right.
I wasn't here for the whole 50 games, but it was my first time having 50 games, so 50 trees for 50 games is awesome.
Some of the Mavs dancers were there too and weren't afraid to roll up their sleeves and get involved.
Well, actually, I've never planted a tree, better yet a flower. So planting these trees for this great cause was pretty exciting. I never thought I would actually jump in the hole and actually get to put all the dirt in there and then roll the tree in there, but it was really exciting.
The rain held off long enough for all 50 trees to get planted, a symbol of the Mavericks' decade of success that will last for decades to come. For Mavs Insider, I'm Rick Renner.
Thanks, Rick. Good to see Deshaun rolling up his sleeves.
Yes, was he sweating? I mean, like, is he even in shape? I think Coach Carlisle needs to run those guys just a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. I'll be sure to definitely pass that along to the team. More Mavs Insider after this.
Mavs Insider is brought to you by Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Let's see what we got so far. So far we have, looks like all our contestants are still working on their first burger. Now, if you've ever watched one of these contests, the world record holder, I believe, is Kobayashi. And it looks like they're struggling. Right now, we're approaching 1 minute. We're approaching 1 minute.
Around his legs, with his head up, and watch how low on the floor he keeps the basketball. The ball is a part of his hands. He only touches the ball with his fingertips, but his head is up. And what he can do is, while he's handling the ball, he can see his teammates moving all over the floor on the court where they're cutting to and put them in the position to pass. And also, one thing that people don't understand about Roddy is he is a great soccer player, and he's trying to teach our guys how to handle the ball with their feet. So that's one thing. Let's watch Roddy. And the only other player in the NBA that does a better job than Roddy probably is Steve Nash. But he can keep the ball going with his feet, even with his head, and keep it going, and that's good. And I'm Dwayne Casey, and that was Hoops 101.
Ahead on the Mavs calendar, it's the final 3 games of the season. The West Coast trip continues with tilts against the Kings and the Clippers. Before that, all-important home game to finish out the season against the San Antonio Spurs.
What's going on, Mavs family? Got Dirk here with me, and we're chilling. So we're gonna go inside and holler at Allie, who's with Eve.
All right, I'm hanging out with Eve, one of our Mavs dancers who is from Austin, which of course means she bleeds orange, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you went to University of Texas.
Yes, I graduated in 2004.
Okay, good time down there?
Great time in Austin.
So here you are, a Mavs dancer now, but how'd you get started as a professional dancer?
When I was in Austin, I danced for a couple of minor league teams, the Austin Toros being one of them. It is the NBA Development League team that's owned by the San Antonio Spurs now.
All right, so what's one of the big differences between dancing for one of those teams and dancing, let's say, here in front of 20,000 people?
Dancing for that team gave a little more intimate experience. We got to be a little more up close and personal with the fans.
Now, what's your favorite moments about being a Mavs dancer? Is it here on the court? Is it the community service stuff you get to do? What is it?
I think it's a combination of the two. The experience on the court is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life, and then the community service events give us a chance to kind of give back to our community.
All right, Eve, it was great getting to know you. Thank you very much, and we'll be back after this.
Congratulations go out to the Mavs dancers for making it to the 4th round of the dance team brackets. They fell to the Suns on Thursday. Up next on Mavs Insider, Mark Cuban has found a way to save you money. This is Mark Cuban talking, so I would suggest listening. More Mavs Insider after this.
10 seconds.
10,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Regardless of how we're shooting the ball. So right now, it's all about us. You know, people are going to try to say what they want about us, but if we come out mentally focused and locked in, nobody can beat us.
Well, that is it for this edition of Mavs Insider on this beautiful spring afternoon.
Yes, it is lovely. And of course, if you want to catch us, make sure you log on to Mavs.com where you can see every episode of Mavs Insider.
That's right. But for me, Allie D, and for Rayo Parrish, we shall see you next time. Goodbye.
And let's go to the winner. Scoop!
Now let me step right in here. Now tell me exactly, how do you feel after devouring the Jason the Jet Terry burger?
Wish I had about 3 more minutes to finish the plate.
4-week tie heading into this week's
Park South.
Park South. A 4-game tie heading into this week's game.
I want to say South Park.
That's right, a 4-game tie leading into this week's game.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Yeah. Hey.
4-way tie.
Yeah.
4-way game tie.
I'm trying to branch out. Caught your hair, sorry.
Oh. 4-way tie.
Reach for a new leaf.
Reach for a new leaf.
That's it.
I said his name quirky.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good.